Welcome to CodeCrafters, and this is the second part of the variable video. So we already created some basic variables and everything. Now let's actually get to know how and what are the different ways we can create and assign a variable or value to a variable. Okay. So in the previous video, we actually created variable. If we are creating multiple variables, we created in single line, separate lines. If num1 is equal to 10, and in next line we created int num2 is equal to 20. But in Java, you can also create multiple variables in a single line, having one single data type, like num1, num2, num3 is equal to 10, 20, 30. This is also the same way if you are creating a variable and assigning a value to it like this. So this will reduce the number of lines of code and everything. And one more thing, if you want to actually store the concatenate string of a variable or concatenate string of a value in another variable, like let's say string first name is equal to Stefan, and string last name is equal to Salvatore. Then if you want to add the first name and last name, you can say string full name is equal to first name plus last name. Now we can just print the full name. System.out.println full name. And always while giving the variable names inside the print statement, give as it is you have created it. If you actually change, even Java is also case sensitive. That means a capital letter and small letter difference actually matters. So even if you change the letter while actually calling the variable, that will cause an error. Okay. So let's run this program. We give Stefan Salvatore. And in case if you want space between the first name and last name, you have to give it here. Now if you try to run the program, you'll have a space Stefan, and there's a space and Salvatore. For empty spaces, you can just give some empty double quotes. Okay. Now the same thing works for the integers or sum of integers. Even if you want to have the product of two integers or subtraction of two integers, everything works like this. You just have to create like int num1 is equal to 10 and int num2 is equal to 20 and int sum is equal to num1 plus num2. Then you will get the answer as sum. You got it, 30. And there is a thing like final. If you are creating a variable in final thing, then you can't change the value of the variable. Now why do we need to use the final keyword? We need to use the final keyword only when you actually want to assign a variable to a value to a variable, and you don't want to change it throughout the course of program, or you don't want others to override the value. Okay, for example, in the normal way we create a variable like int num1 is equal to 100, and if you're again having the same variable and assigning a different value it, this will override the value in num1 and will change the num1 to 100 to 200. And now we're trying to print it. What will happen? The value for variable num1 will not be 100 anymore. It will be 200 because we have overwritten here. You will get the answer as 200, right? Now, what's the use of final keyword? The final keyword is mainly used because you don't have to change the value of the variable again. So here we are actually using the keyword named final, and now we are trying to run the same program. You will get an error instead. The final local variable num1 cannot be assigned, right? So you can just cancel over this line and you will get the answer 100 now. So for the variable num1, 100 is the value assigned to it and you can't ever change it because it's declared using the final keyword. Okay, that's the use of final keyword. I hope you understood this.